miles east of Decatur, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Radar indicated 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Paint Rock, Valormosa Springs, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Mooresville, Hampton Cove, Redstone Arsenal, Morgan City, Gurley, and Priceville. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. CDT for North Central and Northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. KI-14WR. Skywarn at control.
Well, that right there was not supposed to happen. All right, severe thunderstorm warning issued for Marshall County. That it's going to be, looks like the northwest portions of Marshall County under that severe thunderstorm warning. Until, let's see here, let's get ourselves in order here. A severe thunderstorm warning for northwest Marshall County and northeastern Alabama, west central Jackson County and northeast Alabama, southern Madison County and north central Alabama, and southeastern Limestone County and north central Alabama, east central Morgan County and north central Alabama. At 12:33, a severe thunderstorm was located near Priceville, or 8 miles east of Decatur, moving east at 30 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gust areas impacted: Paint Rock, Valormosa Springs, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Mooresville, Hampton Cove, Redstone Arsenal, Morgan City, Gurley, and Priceville. Also, remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe storms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. for north central and northwest Alabama and middle Tennessee. So here's what we got. So line is definitely moving in a heck of a lot quicker than what was anticipated. Looks like it's getting here pretty quick. So, yeah, a lot quicker than first anticipated, that's for sure. So I do see some rotation in this cell. Looks like it's west of Triana. There is some embedded rotations in that cell, so we'll need to keep a close eye on those. Oh my goodness, every time. Oh, watch it. Yep, I'm going to do it again. There it is again. My goodness. Sorry, everybody. I'm always clicking the wrong one. Okay, so we're going to have to go back to the other one here. Yeah. So Doppler radar indicates some 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So let's get an idea on the timing. Let's take a look. Looks like it's moving off to the east, I believe it said. Yeah, 30 miles per hour. It's not moving very quick. Okay. So it does appear this stuff slowed down a good bit. Let's move forward a little bit. Looks like it'll be around Poplar Ridge in 61 minutes. So the next hour, Cedar Point, 63 minutes. Nebo in 63 minutes. Cottonville in 65 minutes. Paint Rock, 66 minutes. Hupton, 67 minutes. Butler Mill, 67 minutes. And Bucksnort, around 68 minutes. Let's back it up. I went a little bit too far there. Looks like it'll be around Farley, 38 minutes. English Village, same thing. Burroughs, 40 minutes. Norton, same, 40 minutes. Hobbs Island, 41 minutes. Camelot in 42 minutes. Elon in 48 minutes. And Owens Crossroads at 49 minutes. Lacey Springs, 33 minutes. I'm going completely backwards with this. My goodness. And I do see some rotation along that line, too. Looks like it is kind of going toward Triana. Wish that box would get out of here. And that is why the Huntsville Weather Service said if you spot a tornado, seek shelter immediately. There's also going to be some gusty winds ahead of this, so don't get confused and think the system moved through because it's just right behind this. But these storms are becoming outflow dominant, which usually when they become outflow dominant, they typically just become damaging wind producers. However, that's not always the case, but it is something to keep in mind. It is producing outflow currently. Let's let the radar update again. Yeah, the northern part of it's becoming outflow dominant. So we're about to watch this stuff near Triana here because it has not become outflow dominant yet. The stuff to the north here has, and it has weakened a good bit. That outflow, gusty winds are going to move through Ryland area and Jackson County. I'm trying to get some. Here we go. Going toward Princeton, Larkin. Going to get some gusty winds. Probably won't be very high, but you'll get a breeze, a nice little breeze coming through. Going to be watching this carefully. But again, there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Northern Marshall County, west central Jackson, southern Madison, southeastern Limestone, and east central Morgan County. I have to take a sugar tablet. Sorry, my sugar just dropped really quick on me. Okay. Severe thunderstorm located near Priceville, or 8 miles east of Decatur, moving east again at 30 miles per hour. Areas impacted: Paint Rock, Alamoso Springs, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Mooresville, Hampton Cove, Redstone Arsenal, Morgan City, and Gurley, and Priceville. And also mentioning some rotation potential with this too. The good news so far, it looks pretty outflow dominant at this point, meaning I don't see any, really intense rotation in there. I mean, of course, there is a little bit, but I'm looking more at damaging wind potential, but I'm still not going to rule out a tornado spin up in some of that. But yeah, this system is moving out a heck of a lot quicker than anticipated. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Mr. Mike. Hope you're doing good there. Hadn't seen you on in a little while. And there's a TVS signature showing up. And I keep forgetting I need to scan this with 2 different radars, not just one. That looks like a false signature.
thunderstorm warning
Oh,
for
wait a
Moore,
minute. Maybe it's not.
southeastern Lincoln counties is canceled. The storms which prompted the warning have moved
Yeah,
out
there
of
is
the
a
warning
decent
area.
signature near Triana. Tornado watch for DeKalb County expires in 2 minutes. 2 hours. Okay, hang on. It says we got a tornado watch.
Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from
If that's the case, I'm about to break.
to near Cohen to 7 miles southeast of Hunland, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Radar indicated 60 mile per hour wind gusts.
We're under a watch, according to what I just saw.
Locations impacted include Estelle Springs, Deckard, Woods Reservoir, Arnold Air Force Base,
I'm trying to confirm this
Sewanee,
before I give it out.
Andrews, Winchester, Cohen, and Anderson. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. CDT for north central Alabama and middle Tennessee. KI4KWR. Skywarn Net Control.
Okay. Cannot confirm it at this time. Let me jump on here and take a look. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, gotcha. Okay, we are per radar scope. I know I'm not seeing any confirmation though. Like, I don't like just using radar confirmation. I like to see it from several different sources before I do that. Okay, there we go. Now we got it up. So let me go ahead and get this on the air. This is KO4FUN, all amateur radio operators. A tornado watch has been issued out for DeKalb County until 3 a.m. Again, that is a tornado watch now in effect until 3 a.m. and does include DeKalb County. KO4FUN, standing by.
AM CDT early this morning in Alabama. This watch includes 3 counties in northeast Alabama: DeKalb, Jackson, Marshall.
There they go.
Includes the cities of Albertville, Arab, Bolton, Fort Payne. Till 3 a.m. CDT early this morning for the following areas. In Alabama, this watch includes 6 counties in north central Alabama: Coleman, Limestone, Madison, Morgan. In northwest Alabama, Franklin, Lawrence. In Tennessee, this watch includes 3 counties. In southern middle Tennessee, Franklin, Lincoln, Moore. This includes the cities of Athens, Cohen, Coleman, Decatur, Deckard, Estelle Springs, Fayetteville, Huntsville, Lynchburg, Moulton, Red Bay, Russellville, Sewanee, Town Creek, and Winchester. KI4KWR. Skywarn Net Control.
All right, so the shelters will start to be opened up. Let's see here. Yeah, this stuff's going to get out of here a heck of a lot quicker than anticipated. By 2 or 3 o'clock, it should be coming on through here. So yeah, the timing really messed up on this event, but luckily we're able to, fix everything. Storm shelters should be opening up across the area per that tornado watch. So again, there is a tornado watch in effect for that now includes all of northeast Alabama, DeKalb, Jackson, Marshall counties. That's until 3 a.m.
Thunderstorm warning for southeastern Limestone County is canceled. A severe thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warning area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. We still have the tornado watch remaining in effect until 3 a.m. for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and middle Tennessee. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 1:30 a.m. for northwestern Marshall, west central Jackson, southern Madison, and east central Morgan counties. At 12:48 a.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Triana or near Redstone Arsenal, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Radar indicated 60-mile per hour wind gusts. Locations impacted include Paint Rock, Villahermosa Springs, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Hampton Cove, Redstone Arsenal, Morgan City, Gurley, Lacey Springs, and Farley. And we still have the tornado watch in effect until 3 a.m. CDT for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Remain alert for a possible tornado. KI4 KWR, Skywarn at control. KB4TRT, repeater.
All right, so northwest portions of the forward.
Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm.
Let him finish.
Flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. KI4 KWR.
All right, so there's a good possibility that these storms are going to be producing flooding rainfall because the system's not moving very quick. Of course, it's a bit ahead of schedule, but there's going to be some torrential downpours. Wouldn't doubt, if we see some flooding from it. But when you see, you see a line doing like this with the kind of advancing ahead of the main line, you've got some damaging winds right there, no doubt. And that's another reason the warning is being up due to those winds. So again, that's for Marshall County and Jackson County as well. So the shelters in Northeast Alabama should be opening like right now.
National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Franklin County and Middle Tennessee at 1:15 a.m. or until 1:15 a.m. CDT. At 12:51 a.m. CDT, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Sewanee or 11 miles east of Winchester, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation and quarter-sized hail. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of southeastern Franklin County, including the following locations: St. Andrews and Sherwood. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. KI4 KWR, Skywarn at control.
All right, so I believe the EMA director, Josh, should be going to open the shelters up in Jackson County. If he hasn't already, I haven't looked at it. He gave me a website to go to, of course, to look at and see when they're going to open on which tornado watch is up. So they're definitely going to be opened up. But if anyone has any news, any of the fire departments would like to come in and give a heads up on, which shelters are open, whatnot, that would be great. So again, I just want to give everyone a FYI. This is how it works during severe weather. Let's say a tornado warning storm was going to move through our area. Let's say a tornado warning was issued. It was coming at my location. I would then take shelter, leave the radar up, leave the radios on, and then, of course, communicate back and forth with Huntsville and Fort Payne on the handheld. I would leave everybody up, but there would be a notification come up that would kind of course, it would be like this. So let me just demonstrate that for everybody. That way people's not wondering what in the world is going on. Why is he not talking anymore? It would say something like this. Let me fix this. Okay, so if you see it on the screen there, the DeKalb County Severe Weather Team is taking shelter. That's what it'll say. Hopefully I don't have to take shelter, though. That's just in case. Okay. Okay, Otter Safe Room is open via Mayor. Thanks so much for that, Ziang. I appreciate that. Sorry if I messed your name all up. Mike, what have you got for us? Any news from Otter there? Okay, Otter Safe Room is open. Okay, I appreciate that. All right, so looking at an area of rotation west of Owens Crossroads. Yeah, it's very weak, but there is some rotation, and I do believe that's going to be. Oh, wow. Okay, so there may be something going on there. Doppler radar is indicating 73 mile per hour winds to the northeast of Triana. 83 now. So yeah, that's rather concerning. 83 miles per hour. So there could be something trying to develop there. That's a little bit high. Wow, right in that little area where it's bowing out. Of course, this radar is not. Okay, well, right here it is anyway, right in this little area here. Showing some 80 mile per hour winds potentially. So keeping a close eye on that little area. Yeah, we got 83.9 miles per hour. It's showing up to the northeast of Triana. Making sure that's correct. Sometimes these scans can be. It's still showing up.
National Weather Service and Huntsville has issued a flash flood warning for
So we're still seeing a pocket. Yeah, this looks more like damaging winds.
Lauderdale County.
We're seeing some 60s, 70s, northeast of Triana. And this radar here is not even updated.
Reported thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen.
Okay, so yeah, this line of storms here is capable of producing some 60, maybe 70 mile per hour winds. And I'm thinking we could get some rotation pretty shortly because we've got some different direction winds here. We got some winds going to the south there, and we got these going out to the east. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Anyway, you get the idea. So we're going to watch right in here. We also have a inflow notch going up into there. Keeping an eye on that area there, see if anything does develop. That's where the high winds are showing up on secondary radar I'm looking at. Okay, so I see some rotation now west of Owens Crossroads, right in that general area where I just saw that wind spike. Like it went up to like 80 miles per hour at one time. Now it's down. I do see some rotation west of Owens Crossroads, so if that continues, there might be a tornado warning. But that will depend. We'll have to watch these scans to see what it shows. We'll look at this through the reflectivity. Okay, we do have some rotation right in that area. I can visually see it on the reflectivity as well. So yeah, we may have a tornado trying to develop. Like right in that area there. I'm trying to circle it. That didn't work. Particularly right in that area there. There was something trying to develop right in there. But we got two air masses colliding here, one coming from a different direction. So we need to watch that carefully. That's what's concerning. What in the... Here we go. Okay, that velocity scan has went down. Okay, come on, get out of here. I do see some kind of signature showing up on the correlation scan. I can't really make it out just yet. Okay. Okay, rotation really went down on that scan. That's really good. Still some broad stuff. I think that northerly is cutting it off just a bit. Still going to watch it. There's also some hail in that thing too, probably around 1 inch in diameter. And it is approaching the Owens Crossroads area. And don't let me forget about Jackson County. My goodness. Some gusty winds coming through there. Also, areas around Paint Rock is under a severe thunderstorm warning. That's with this stuff bowing out. Oops, I just realized I'm on the wrong radar. You guys are on this radar, not that one. Let's try that again. Anyway, this area bowing out right here, there's a severe thunderstorm warning on that, entering around the western portion of Jackson County. Let me pull that up. 60 mile per hour winds. It does have some hail in it too. Near Redstone Arsenal, moving east at 30, 60 mile per hour wind gust. There could be some nickel to quarter size hail embedded in that. Areas impacted: Paint Rock, Valamoso Springs, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Hampton Cove, Redstone Arsenal, Morgan City, Gurley, Lacey Springs, and Farley. So that line is about to enter into Jackson County. So you guys be ready. It's about to get pretty nasty there. And a new warning could be needed for this area of the storm. So it wouldn't really surprise me. Let's look at them winds. All right, we're not in a good spot. I'm going to look at it through another radar. Yeah, I'm seeing some 60s in there.
Tornado warning for southeastern Franklin County is canceled. A tornadic thunderstorm, which prompted the warning, has moved out of the warning area.
So I am seeing some embedded 60s and higher along this line. That's going into Jackson County. That's going to be the, looks like the southwestern portion of Jackson County around Woodville, Paint Rock. There is some embedded 60s. I'm even seeing 70 in there. So you could get some 60 plus in there. I knew it.
Central Madison, northeastern DeKalb.
Northeastern DeKalb, okay. Yep, that's the one I was just talking about. Here we go.
At 1:03 a.m. Severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending.
All right, I got to get that on the radio. I got to get to the Cab County. This is KO4FUN. All amateur radio operators be advised the National Weather Service Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern DeKalb County and northeast Alabama. That's going to be moving to the northeast. Hazard 60 mile per hour wind gust. Possible with that. Locations impacted would be Jericho, Higdon, Ider, Larkin, Bridgeport, Pisgah, Rosalie, Ryland, Larkinsville, and Bass. This is KO4FUN. There we go.
West Central Jackson, and Southeastern Farley, Garden, Hampton Cove, Redstone Arsenal, Owens Crossroad, Whitesburg, and Morgan City. Yeah, 14 we are. Skyboard in control. Southeast of Galaxy near Skyline is near Gurley, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact.
And that is what it's all about. Right now, we're only looking at severe thunderstorms. That's the good news. And there is still threats of tornadoes along with stuff. So we can't completely rule that out, but it's looking more like a damaging wind threat.
For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of the building. Large hail.
Mike, if you're in Eider, I know you're probably headed to the fire station right now, and I know if Wesley's on, he's probably already at Henniger Fire Station or headed that way one. Keep in mind, if you're in Pisgah and Eider in northeastern DeKalb County, you're under that severe thunderstorm warning issued out at 1:04. It's going to be until 2 a.m. It's like Jericho, Higdon, Eider, Larkin, Bridgeport, Pisgah, Rosalie, Ryland, Larkinsville, and Bass in that warning area there. I have noticed a weakening trend on this part of the storm here, but let me get that cut off. There we go. Okay. So I'm still seeing signs of damaging winds in this cell here, especially going toward Owens Crossroads. Now, let me make sure this is updated. I think it has updated. It looks like, yes, it has. So seeing some damaging winds coming toward the Owens Crossroads area. Possibility of an extension with this warning, too, especially if that keeps up. We've got a little bit of a notch going on there west of Owens Crossroads. Been watching that area for a few minutes. I'm not seeing nothing crazy out of that. There is a little bit of a bow echo going on there, so intense little storm. I mean, yeah, it's all headed this way, but we're not under a warning yet. It's still a good bit off to the west. It's not even in Marshall. It's just now entering Marshall.
What did it say to careful just now?
Because there's a cell to the north going ahead of the line that's going toward Eider. Yep. I wish she wouldn't have done that. It's like 80 degrees in here. All this equipment running. Feels like a sauna. All right, so Owens Crossroads, get ready for some very high winds, 60 plus miles per hour possible. Looking all across this line right here, I'm seeing, signatures and also a little bit of rotation again south of Owens Crossroads now, watching that. But we have some very high destructive winds, 60 plus miles per hour. That's going to be going towards Skyline. Be there at Skyline here in just a moment. It's already on top of High Top. Pleasant Groves, you got probably a minute or so before it's there. Again, some very high wind gusts in there, anywhere between 50 and 65 miles per hour. Gets a little bit stronger further south you go toward Paint Rock. I've got a 67 mile per hour in there, and it's right on top of Paint Rock right now, moving toward Woodville, then eventually a spell in Scottsboro, Hollywood areas, Stevenson. And again, if I'm not saying your name, that's because you're not in immediate threat by this storm. But as soon as it gets closer, that'll definitely be the case. I'll be giving it out. I do expect an extension with the warning to go into DeKalb County here pretty shortly. Possibly the northwestern portion But we got 2 TVS signatures showing up on the radar. And yeah, I see 2 areas of rotation, broad rotation, with this cell here. Looks like it is southwest of New Hope. So we will have to watch this really carefully. There could be some embedded, we're kind of at the point now where we're looking at embedded tornadic activity, where they would be embedded and rain wrapped. It'd be really hard to spot them until they already touch down. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. But the cell's now approaching, going right toward Owens Crossroads, New Hope area. And let me get it onto the high resolution scan. So we got several areas where the wind's really advancing out ahead of the main line. And it is trying to rotate thanks to this little gust front here. It's kind of interacting with the storms and the wind. So yeah, we're almost, getting through this a lot quicker than we thought. But the good news is, the Weather Service did have around 2 a.m. for here, 2 a.m. to 10. A lot of uncertainty with that if it was going to get up here in that timeline. But looks like it's definitely going to do it. So much for my storm chasing. I'm not going to get to do that, but that's fine.
HMC repeater, Madison County, Alabama.
And yes, we do have the repeaters are linked up all across North Alabama, so they're going to be a little bit noisy. All right, so I'm going to set it back to high-res reflectivity and leave it. Sit here in the background and watch the reflectivity scan, or sorry, velocity, because this one's a lot better. ETA for Sylvania. Well, let me see if I can help you with that. Probably within the next 30 minutes or so, or maybe even longer than that. These storms are not moving very quick. Looking at rotation now with this cell west of New Hope. TVS signature just now showing up on that. Basically a TVS, most people think it means tornado on the ground, which basically from my experience from using it, it's just giving you a heads up, hey, you need to look over here. There's rotation, you need to look over there. And it has been, actually accurate a few times when there was some tornadoes on the ground, but it's usually, it's only been around maybe once or twice for me. So usually it's not very accurate, but that's why I said mainly it's giving you a heads up there's something you need to look at. So and it's been incorrect. It has been incorrect before. So I have noticed a bit of weakening. But these things are still going to be some very high wind makers. That's one asking about a WFF 48 alert app. That's because there was so much uncertainty with the timing. And I still can't even explain why it's out that far, unless there's another round that's magically going to pop up somewhere. That is just beyond me. Oh yeah, I've been here. I've been reporting on the radio, and I've definitely been paying attention to it for a while now, so I appreciate it. Tornado warning. Okay. Northern Marshall County, and that's going to be that area I've been watching. Okay. And that is going to be a tornado warning out on that cell I have been watching.
Central Daylight Time. At 1:16
It is coming toward northwest DeKalb County.
Thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Owens Cross Road.
Yeah, that area right there that I've been watching for a while now.
At 35 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation.
There it is.
Impact.
Been talking about it for a bit.
Dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed.
Come on, Net Control, what's going on?
Windows and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Grant around 1:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Painter, Langston, Whitten, Columbus City, Hopewell, and Lake Ventersville State Park. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an
So if you were in the Whiten area, Grove Oak, Painter area, let me make sure I'm telling you correct. Grove Oak area, South Hill, Five Forks, Whiten, Rogers, Pendergrass areas, you are in that tornado watch box.
Tornado warning for Marshall County, Southern Jackson County,
In Southern Jackson County.
West Central DeKalb County,
And West Central DeKalb County. Okay.
1:16. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near
Tornado
Owens
warning,
Cross Road, or 13 miles north of Arab.
It's coming close to us.
35 miles per hour. This dangerous storm
I'll let
will
you know
be
when it gets a
near
little closer.
around 1:30 a.m. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm.
Okay, let me get this out real quick. This is KO4FUN, all amateur radio operators. National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning that's going to be in effect for West Central DeKalb County and Northeast Alabama until 2 a.m. This is KO4FUN.
East Central Morgan County is canceled. The severe thunderstorm which prompted the warning is moved out of the area, therefore the warning has been canceled. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 1:30 a.m. for northwestern Marshall, West Central Jackson, and southeastern Madison County. At 1:17 a.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Owens Crossroads, or 11 miles southeast of Huntsville. Moving east at
All right, so we got some
30
pretty good
miles per hour.
rotation just south of,
Locations impacted
just like right on top of New Hope currently.
Hampton Cove, Owens Crossroads, Moodville, and
All right.
Huntsville.
So I'm going to step back and grab a drink. I will be right back.
Until 3 a.m. CDD for North Central and Northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. KI4 KWR.
KB4BRG repeater.
Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Franklin County is canceled. The storms which prompted the warning have moved out of the warned area, therefore the warning has been canceled. KI4 KWR. And then we have a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2 a.m. for Jackson, East Central Madison, and Northeastern DeKalb County. At 1:18 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extended from near Bridgeport to near Skyline to near Gurley, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Radar indicated 30 or 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Locations impacted include Jericho, Ignis, Hyder, Larkin, Bridgeport, Pisgah, Rosalie, Larkinsville,
30 minutes
Madison,
ahead.
and Skyline. The tornado watch still does remain in effect till 3 a.m. for north central and northeastern Alabama and middle Tennessee. KI Fort Kennedy R.
Okay, so if you are...
Crossroad for 13 miles.
Okay, there's Albertville's repeater.
35 miles per hour. If anyone's out there wishing to check in with to the net, come on in. We call us that, please. KI4JJB.
All right, so tornado warning is in effect for northern Marshall County and northeastern Alabama, southern Jackson County, northeast Alabama, southeastern Madison County, north central Alabama, west central DeKalb County, and northeastern Alabama. Until 2 o'clock, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Owens Crossroads. If you're in Owens Crossroads, you need to be underground, or 13 miles north of Arab, moving east at 35 miles per hour. That thing is just 13 miles north of Arab, so don't get it confused. If you're in Arab, you're not under the tornado warning. It's just using it as an example. It is northeast of, is actually to the north of Arab, 13 miles. Dangerous storm will be near Grant around 1:30, so we're approaching the 1:30 time frame. Other areas include Painter, that's in DeKalb, Langston, Jackson County, Whiten, DeKalb County, Columbus City, Hopewell, and Lake Gunnersville State Park. Of course, that's Marshall County. So take cover now if you're in the tornado warned area. Doppler radar indicating rotation. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Tornado siren should be going off in Marshall County. I just got a notification of that.
For Marshall County, southern Jackson County, southeastern Madison County, DeKalb County, northeastern Coleman County, and southeastern Morgan
All right, so
County.
you should be hearing tornado sirens go off in Marshall County.
Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Gurley to 6 miles.
So we're all under a severe thunderstorm warning.
West of Arab, moving east at 40 miles per
All
hour.
right, let me give this out.
Radar indicated.
Okay. This is KO4FUN to all amateur radio operators. National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for DeKalb County in northeastern Alabama until 2:15 a.m. This is KO4FUN. Okay, so areas impacted would be, let me move on down here. Severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Gurley to 6 miles east of Morgan City to 9 miles west of Arab. Movement is east at 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Possible areas impacted: High Point, Limrock, Eider, Pine Ridge, Pisgah, Rosalie, Painter, Joppa, Union Grove, and DeSoto State Park. Remain alert for possible tornado. Of course, all that is because there is embedded rotations in there. Still watching that one near New Hope. And yeah, it is going to get very noisy. I apologize. There's a lot of linked up stuff going on right now. So let's run back through this. If you're in Jackson County, pretty much it don't matter where you're at. Wherever, if you're in Jackson County right now, anywhere from, let's say, let me zoom it in here. Stevenson, of course, Skyline, you're getting the winds now. Hollywood, you're next. Stevenson, Bridgeport, Shiloh, moving on down to DeKalb, Eider, Pisgah, And of course, I forgot Scottsboro and Jackson. Also, Woodville, seeing a really good bow echo here. Moving toward Grant. So if you're in Grant, also tornado warning on that. You need to be below ground. All of Marshall County under a severe thunderstorm warning, and all of DeKalb County under a severe thunderstorm warning due to this big line here. Now, keep in mind, it's not moved into DeKalb yet, but it's going to be along this line here. Some potential for some destructive winds along this line.
Also, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for northeastern in Marshall County until 2:15 a.m.
So we're still waiting on that warning.
Daylight time severe thunderstorm. We're located on the line extended from near Gurley to 6 miles east of Morgan City to 9 miles west of Arab, moving east at 40 miles an hour. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, radar indicated.
Rotation has weakened.
Come on in when you call sign, please. Calling in, come back, please. Alpha, Jason, Negro. KI4 KWR, please copy KD4MPW, over. KB4BRG, repeater.
KI4 KWR, go ahead.
Copy that, sir, whenever you're ready for me to take over. Get a well-deserved break.
All right, so I'm going to give this info out one more time. Okay, we got so much noise back here. This is KO4FUN, all amateur operators. Be advised, tornado warning still remains in effect for west central DeKalb County and northeast Alabama until 2 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 1:16 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was capable of producing a tornado located near Owens Crossroads or 13 miles north of Arab, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Areas impacted by that would be Painter, Langston, Whiten, Columbus City, Hopewell, and Lake Gunnersville State Park. This is KO4FUN.
Okay, copy that. And let me add, you are encouraged to check into your local net. And if you need those frequencies, I now have those. This is KD4MPW.
Oh my gosh. Very nice couplet showing up near Grant right now on the scan here.
This is KD4MPW. Tornado warning for Madison County and Kansas. KD4MPW.
Okay, so it looks like it's moved through already according to that other radar. It looks like this radar may be...
The tornado warning for southeastern Madison County.
Okay.
The thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area.
tornado warning remains in effect until 2 o'clock a.m. Central Daylight Time for northeastern Marshall, southern Jackson, and west central DeKalb. At 1:29 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Grant, or 8 miles north of Guntersville, moving east at 35 miles per hour. This tornado is radar indicated. This dangerous storm will be near Grant at 1:35 a.m. KD4MPW.
So yeah, just a big area of warnings.
Motorola HD here.
Speaking of which, I need to get my radio ready just in case.
I'm probably not getting it, but I'm trying.
All right, so I'm gonna try to take some questions.
I got ready to go to the basement.
Okay, got some ham guys wanting to talk, so let me switch it over to just Huntsville. There we go. So I'm noticing a good bit of weakening with the line. That is some good news, but it's due to these winds, the outflow winds that are coming in ahead of it. That's definitely going to pose a threat for some strong to damaging winds. All right, so you heard sirens in the Asbury area. Yeah, I know. I got a notification. I'm still getting a notification by Marshall County.
We didn't put the dogs down there.
All right. Well, you're going to be waiting a while. I'm just saying.
How long?
Probably about 30 minutes.
Well, I told you I didn't want to have to run down there.
All right. Well, yeah, that's probably, a good thing. I'm getting notification right now from Marshall County that their weather sirens, tornado sirens, are still sounding. That is a feature that my Bearcat digital scanner has, and it is letting me know on their frequency. This noise you're hearing here is actually notifying and saying Marshall County WX sirens activated. So it's letting me know Marshall County is sounding their tornado sirens still. Probably northern portion of Marshall County. All right. If I don't get to all of you, forgive me. My chat has just stopped. So here we go. Okay, it's coming back up. You can donate at, give me just 1 second. DeKalb CWX at Cash App and PayPal. Please do not send stars. You will lose your money. I cannot get them. Don't know why Facebook even allows you to send them, but it looks like the tornado warning is canceled. So that's some good news. Tornado warning canceled, so they should stop the activation of the sirens here momentarily. Thanks, Tasha. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get back to it. Good news, that tornado warning did cancel out. Severe thunderstorm warning still exists. Let me let everybody know here. Got to get back to our frequency. Marshall County is still saying their weather sirens are activated. Hopefully they're not. This is KO4FUN, the all amateur radio operators. The tornado warning that was in effect for western DeKalb County is now canceled. However, a severe thunderstorm warning still remains in effect for DeKalb County until 2:15 a.m. This is KO4FUN.
Franklin, Tennessee, Lincoln, and more. Tornado watch number 128 remains valid until 3 a.m. early this morning for the following areas: in north central Alabama, Coleman, Madison,
Jackson, Morgan. In northeast Alabama, DeKalb, Jackson, Marshall. This includes the cities of Albertville,
What in the
Arab,
world?
Boaz, Coleman, Decatur, Fort Payne, Gunnersville, Huntsville, Rainsville, and Scottsboro. In the bulletins, KD4MPW.
All right, Radar Omega is lagging again. God, I'm about to lock that frequency out for just a minute. It's still going crazy.
This is KD4MPW with a severe weather statement. The tornado warning for northeastern Marshall, southern Jackson, and west central DeKalb counties is canceled. The tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled. However, damaging winds remain likely and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the area. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay, so the highest winds that I'm seeing right now on radar are going right towards Scottsboro. Of course, seeing some 60-plus mile per hour gust in there. And that's actually going towards Scottsboro and south of Scottsboro. Approaching Langston, Section, and Dutton. So if you're in Langston, Section, Dutton, even Pisgah, you've got some very high winds coming your way. Could be up to 60-plus miles per hour. I've got a 87 miles per hour is showing up to the southwest of Scottsboro. 87 miles per hour. Of course, I'm not, hopefully to goodness that ain't making it to the ground, but there's some very high wind gusts. You could get 60 plus out of these gusts easily. That's approaching Langston, Section, and Dutton areas.
Severe thunderstorm warning for Coleman County in north central Alabama until 2:30 a.m.
And in Marshall County, I'm seeing some very high winds as well. East of Grant, going toward, of course, into Jackson County and Langston areas.
Moving east at 25 miles per hour.
Seeing a little bit of intensification as this thing's approaching Guntersville, so you could have some 60 mile per hour embedded gusts there. The highest gust I'm seeing is right up in here where you've got this big bow echo here. Some very high winds right there going toward Langston. Oh, wait a minute. I got something else showing up there on this scan. All of a sudden, near Guntersville Lake. Let's take a look at that on the velocity. It doesn't look like it's updated. That's really helpful. Okay, so we've got some rotation now just to the west of Langston. Wow, that was quick. I literally picked it up in one scan. Let's take a look at that. So yeah, we do have some rotation there with that. Yeah, we are seeing some rotation. Tornado may possibly be trying to develop. It would be very brief. And I'm trying to get a location up here. Come on, back out. Goodwin Subdivision, Preston area. Looks like that's where that is at. I'm seeing two small couplets come together there. And that would be, I know everybody's going to be wondering where it's at. Let me get this back on here so I can actually see. Looks like right over Preston Subdivision, near Kirbytown, South Saudi Subdivision, areas like that. Goodwin Subdivision. Hopefully that helps somebody out. Just to the west of Langston. Going to be keeping an eye on that little bit of area rotation that has just started rotating there. So going to be watching that. Okay, I don't know if this scan here is even updated. It hasn't. But it has there. So yeah, we got something trying to spin up near Preston and Goodwin Subdivision. So watching that area there. Looks like right on top of Guntersville Lake. Now, again, that's going to be to the northeast, not literally over Guntersville, okay? Don't get it confused. Even I got it a little confused. This is going to be, it shows just to the west of Langston. So if you're in Langston, pay attention. If you spot something, make sure you take your tornado precautions. Go ahead and, get to a shelter just to be safe, okay? Because these storms have been crazy lately when it comes to producing tornadoes. So that is a little bit concerning there on the radar. I'm going to look at it through a secondary. Ooh, wow. Yeah, we've got a very nice signature showing up. I wouldn't doubt a tornado warning being put up shortly if that does keep on. Okay, signature's not crazy now on the new scan. I'm still watching it. But there is a signature there. There is rotation, and it is going toward... It looks like it's going very close to Langston, maybe south of Langston just a bit. And I saw something on the correlation scan here, but it's not really adding up, so... But yeah, that's a nice little area of rotation there along 79, going kind of toward Langston. Still a pretty good little broad area of rotation there. That'll be going toward Kirbytown, Crossroad area. I think that's southern Jackson County. And also seeing another little something here. Okay, that is not... Nope. Okay. Now the one I'm looking at is further south. Radar done something very, very stupid just then. Yeah, I do see some embedded rotations. I'm wondering. I'm checking the secondary radar to see if it adds up with that one. So I'm seeing some very high winds now approaching Langston. Some very, very high winds will be on top of Langston probably like the next minute. But yeah, my other radar is lagging behind. I just noticed that. I switched to radar scope. Do see some damaging winds. Sounds like we're getting some reports of some trees down. The area of rotation that was there is now, according to the radar here, it's not showing up anymore. So that is good. Glad that that went ahead and went away. Okay.
Across the road, 911 is advising that they have already contacted North Alabama Electric Co-op, but they're concerned that somebody will drive over it with electricity on it. So
we're getting reports of power lines down in Jackson County. So we do have some wind damage being reported up in Jackson County due to these storms. So keep that in mind.
This is KD4MPW, severe weather statement. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 2 o'clock a.m. Central Daylight Time for northern Jackson and northeastern DeKalb County. At 1:45
All right, and now the radar here updated.
Located along a line extending from near Bridgeport to 6 miles south of Stevenson to near Scottsboro, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Morgantown, Long Island, Russell Cave National Monument, Higdon, Backler, Eider, Bridgeport, Hollywood, Pisgah, and Rosalie. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 o'clock a.m. Central Daylight daylight time for north central and northeastern Alabama. KD4MPW. Okay.
Gotta love it when all the repeaters identify at once. All right. Still seeing some damaging wind potential out ahead of that. I do have some damage reports up in Jackson County. I will get to questions here in just a second. I realize I haven't looked back at the chat in probably 10 minutes now, so bear with me and I'll look back. Oh my goodness, I wish that one was not even there. I don't even, goodness. Seeing a little bit of rotation to the west of section there, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that one. To the west of section there. So if you are in section, be ready for some destructive winds, potentially 60 miles per hour. And I am keeping an eye on an area of rotation near Lakely Shores, too. So keep that in mind. I'm going to be watching that.
This is KD4MPW. The severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Madison County is canceled. The storms which prompted the warning have moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. Tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for north central and northeastern Alabama. This is KD4MPW in the bulletin.
All right, so now it looks like we're seeing some of those winds enter into the northern portion of DeKalb County. Northwest portion. So Grove Oak, be ready. The storms are coming. The winds are coming as well. Starting to finally get this stuff through. Also, Guntersville is right on top of you now, moving toward Albertville. Let's see how fast it's actually moving. It's moving east at 40 miles per hour. So let's give you an idea when that'll be, Albertville, Boaz. Looks like Rabbittown, 7 minutes. Albertville, 11 minutes. Corbinville, 12 minutes. Marshall, in 17 minutes. Double Bridges, in 19 minutes. And Boaz, in 19 minutes. Oops.
There's already straws. That vehicle just went to emergency lane. You're back into the right lane. You almost hit the exit sign. The roller did say that it's getting worse. She's going about 85 to 90 miles an hour.
All right, moving back to the chat. Hammondville has Lord's Tree down on Highway 11. Avoid the area, both lanes blocked. Thanks, Mike. I got some reports of power lines down, and that may actually be the area that you're talking about. And again, if you're in DeKalb, if you're in... Sorry, alert just went off, threw me away. If you're in DeKalb, if you're in Marshall, if you're in Jackson, don't matter where you're at. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning. See some people asking for, individual areas. That's about as clear as I can make it. If it doesn't matter where you're at in Jackson, DeKalb, or Marshall counties, you're under the warning. You could get some 60-mile-per-hour winds. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I got some. Let's take a look here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see.
quick.
There it is. I was wondering why I couldn't find it. No, if you're in Asbury, you're not in the all clear. The storms are actually just to the west, and they're approaching your area here in a minute. I had somebody else asking for a location. Okay, so Langston. What's the next location someone asked for? If you're in Langston, you just got the winds, and now you're getting the rain. So, not all clear yet. No, you're still under that severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, I know I miss our repeater having a severe weather net. I know used to we did, but everybody's just got too busy. So I try to jump on and let everybody on our repeater know, in DeKalb County when there's a warning or something. So I know, it's a lot of them on our repeater. Of course, they've got some of them are medics, and some of them, they have to get up really early. So unless there's a tornado on the ground or something, or, something that's going to really cause a big problem, you're probably not going to hear them. More than likely, you're not going to hear them. So that's why I try to give a heads up. That almost sounds like, can't remember what his name is, but I hope he's all right. I'll think of it here in a minute. Jimmy, chief over Macedonia and them other departments. That's what that sounded like him almost. Anyway, got some damaging winds approaching the Powell area, of course, Section, Dutton, Henniger. You'll be next in line. Eider, it's approaching you right now as well. I think I said Henniger. I'm pretty sure I did. Also, Powell, that's in DeKalb County, Sylvania. It'll be approaching Rainsville next. Then eventually Hammondville and Valley Head. See, I told everybody I'd get to you when you needed it. Hammondville, Valley Head next. Of course, after it moves through Henniger and Sylvania, those winds are coming ahead of the line pretty quick. Like right on top of Section right now. So before I give all clears, to those in Jackson County and those in Marshall, I'm going to make sure Huntsville don't see something that I'm not seeing.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Jackson County in northeastern Alabama, northeastern DeKalb County in northeastern Alabama, until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time.
And that'll be this
area. At 1:53 a.m. Central Daylight Time.
Whoops.
Extending from near Trenton to near Pisgah, moving east at 50 miles per hour.
That's moving pretty quick.
Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Bridgeport, Hollywood, Martintown, Rosalie, Long Island, Fabius, Higdon, Sulphur Springs, Sackler, and Eder. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building.
Broadcast, the National Weather Service office in Huntsville.
All right, let me get this out.
For northeastern.
This is KO4FUN, all amateur radio operators. Be advised that the National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern DeKalb County in northeast Alabama. That's until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 1:53 a.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Trenton to near Ider to near Pisgah, moving to the east at 50 miles per hour. Hazards would be 60 mile per hour wind gust. Areas impacted would be Bridgeport, Hollywood, Martintown, Rosalie, Long Island, Fabius, Higdon, Sulphur Springs, Fackler, and Ider. This is KO4FUN, standing by. So yeah, there's some really high wind gusts, destructive winds now going through. Looks like it's going to be going toward. Let me get this up. Macedonia, Hancock Crossroads, Rock City, section. Eventually move into Powell. To the east, looks like around Gibson Crossroads. Sorry, Pope, Rainsville. That's in DeKalb County. Shiloh, Fife. Latrell. We also have some damaging winds. Still seeing some signs of some damaging winds with these storms to the west moving toward. Looks like it'll move into. Okay, let me get this up real quick. Give me an idea here. We do have some shear showing up. I'm seeing a lot of wind shear ahead of this line, so I'm going to be watching that. This stuff right here will be moving into Lakeview, Geraldine, eventually the Skirham, Dawson, Crossville area. Of course, Albertville and Marshall County, you're getting ready to get yours here in just a few minutes. You're probably already getting some of those winds out ahead of it. Then Douglas, Boaz, and where is Arab? What in the world? There it is. Okay, no, I was thinking of something else. Not Arab, it was Douglas. Sorry. Got a little bit confused there, but yeah, Arab's already had theirs, so it's already came through. All right, so the storms are now entering into the northeastern parts of DeKalb County. Ider, Henniger, getting that stuff now. Dutton and Jackson County. Powell, Sylvania, Rainsville next. Shiloh next in line. Fife, Lakeview, Geraldine, Crossville, Skirham. And then further south would go... Arona, Kilpatrick, Lathamville, Rodentown, Liberty, Hendricksville, Crossville, Painter, Oak Hill, Pendergrass, Rogers, Skirham, Dawson, Fairview, Gilbert's Crossroads area, Geraldine, Lakeview, Chigger Hill, Hopewell, Five Forks, Whiten, Rogers, Pendergrass, Painter. Yeah, I think I said Kilpatrick already. Yeah. All right, let me move that. I keep forgetting. Gotta look at the chat. Yeah, Christy, I want to go to sleep too. My mind is getting really, really, yeah. I have no clue what that is. Tornado warning. Okay, that explains it. Tornado sirens. That's what that is.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama, has issued a tornado warning for South Central Jackson County in northeastern Alabama, Central DeKalb County in northeastern Alabama, until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time. At 2:01 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Powell or near Rainsville, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source,
Okay, I need to get this up.
Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows.
Emergency bulletin. This is KO4FUN. The National Weather Service in Huntsville has issued a tornado warning for Central DeKalb County and Northeast Alabama until 2:45 a.m. At 2:01 a.m. Central Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Powell or near Rainsville, moving east at 40 miles per hour. This is KO4FUN. This dangerous storm will be near Sylvania, Powell, and Rainsville around 2:05 a.m., Fort Payne around 2:10 a.m. This is KO4FUN in the bulletin.
Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado.
Okay.
Wait to see or hear the tornado.
All right, so this is what I mean, how quick they can pop up.
Oh, I have been down.
Looked away for 1 minute to look at the chat. Come on. Okay. All right, so seeing it right on top of Powell. If you are in Powell, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right this minute. Do not wait. Come on. I'll be doing this. Yeah, it's a little area of rotation. That's going to be along the line there. It's an embedded area of rotation. You will not see the tornado. So, don't even waste time. Get underground. If it does drop, you will not see it. It is an embedded area of rotation along the line there. Right on top of Powell, moving to looks like the east-southeast. If you're in the Rainsville area, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. Also, Sylvania, there's multiple areas of rotation along that main line there. That is what has put the warning up there. Again, let's read it out. Tornado warning for South Central Jackson County and Northeast Alabama and Central DeKalb County until 2:45. At 2:01 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Powell or near Rainsville, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Tornado, flying debris, of course, destroy homes, all that. We need to get on with it. This dangerous storm will be near Sylvania, Powell, and Rainsville around 2:05. Fort Payne around 2:10, and we do have our sirens activated. DeKalb County EMA notification. Tornado sirens activated. Okay, thanks for letting me know that. Areas impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Dutton, Pine Ridge, Mentone, DeSoto State Park, Valley Head, Hammondville, and Little River Canyon National Preserve. Valley Head, you are under the tornado warning, so you need to take shelter. Keep that in mind. Move to, of course, a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors in the mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado, so do not wait to hear or see it. Take cover now. And of course, heavy rain is going to do exactly that. It's going to obscure it. You're not going to be able to see it. I'm looking at that signature now. Come on, let's get it back up. Okay. Looks like it's going towards Sylvania. So Sylvania, you need to be taking your precautions, your tornado precautions. Go ahead and do that. Of course, Powell, hopefully you have done that. I know that wasn't much of a warning, but Powell, take your tornado precautions. I hope you have. Rainsville as well, because there is embedded circulations along this line. If you're in Henniger, tornado warning, you are under the tornado warning as well. But the main areas of rotation look to be anywhere from Powell to Sylvania. And it is moving off to the east. So I'm keeping an eye on my area too, considering I live in a mobile home. Okay, so we got some really high winds coming my way. All right, so I'm not seeing it on the ground. I'm just trying to make sure the radars are correctly updating. Looks like the circulation's going right toward Rainsville currently.
Negative, she said she didn't know where she was exactly.
Okay. I do not have any confirmation that it's touched down in Powell, but I do see a area of rotation.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Marshall County in northeastern Alabama, southeastern Jackson County in northeastern
Huntsville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Marshall County in northeastern Alabama, southeastern Jackson County in northeastern Alabama, DeKalb County in northeastern Alabama, northeastern Coleman County in north central Alabama until 3 a.m. At 207, severe thunderstorms are located along the line extending from near to near Geraldine.
Near Geraldine.
Strawberry, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 mile per hour wind
I'm
gusts.
stuck in an odd situation. I got 60-mile-an-hour winds coming at me, and I'm in a mobile home, so I'm kind of deciding whether I should stay or go.
High Point, Eider, Pine Ridge, Pisgah, Rosalie, Painter, Joppa,
I've got probably a few minutes to make that decision.
Rossville, and Henniger. Tornado possible. Gale threat is radar indicated. Wind threat is radar indicated gusts to 60 miles per hour. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. for north central and northeastern Alabama. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadway. This is KD4MPW for the North Alabama and
Okay, seeing the what looks like the rotation weaken a little bit here. Of course. All right, gosh, I hate this. Hello? Hello? Okay. All right, bye. All right, guys. Well, I just got a call, and they're saying, I think you need to go take shelter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've got to do this really quickly. So for my safety with these storms, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me get this notification up. I will leave everything up, though, so you guys can hear the warnings as they come in.
County Fire Department to be advised. Severe thunderstorm warning for Bowman has been extended until 3 a.m.
All right, guys, I'm going to take shelter, and I will leave this up, okay?
73.
So you're going to be listening to the broadcast here.
Remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time, and now includes the
Yes, Mother Nature did. Gonna take shelter with us, just to be safe. So we're gonna leave everything up.
Commercial radio and television outlets or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Tornado watch number 128 remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time. And now includes the following counties in Alabama, DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall. Tornado watch number 128 remains. The tornado warning for South Central Jackson County is canceled. The tornadic thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for northeastern Alabama. A tornado warning remains in effect until 2:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time for east central DeKalb County. At 2:10 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Sylvania or over Rainsville, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation.
Wilmette Snyder, no traffic.
Flying debris will be dangerous to the
All right. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Uniform November. KO4FUN. Name's Chris at Crossville. No traffic. Looks like we got
have Jimmy KK4
looks like we have a net up. All right, guys, take a shelter.
Ryder and Chris KO4FUN. Any additional stations wishing to check in, please call now. 4 KKS Scott in Rainsville. No traffic. What was the last traffic? They said it's KM4 Alpha Kilo Mike Forward Foxtrot India Oscar Danny and Rainsville checking in. This is KE4B, Kilo Echo Bravo in Rainsville, no traffic. This is KM4GJF David Fort Payne, no traffic. This Whiskey 4 Lima Japan Hotel Net Control. Acknowledging the check-ins of W4 KKS, W4 YPX, KM4FIO, K54 Bravo, and Kilo Mike 4 Golf Juliet Sierra. Mr. David in Fort Payne. Thank you all for checking in. Any corrections? Any station with emergency or priority traffic? We're going to be about a half mile past Antioch. Hearing nothing, I'm going to just go over real quick. National Weather Service in Huntsville is continuing a tornado warning for southern central, continuing a tornado warning for DeKalb County until 2:45, last I saw here, right here, 2:45. Located near Sylvania or above it, over Rainsville, Sylvania area, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Locations potentially impacting Fort Payne, Rainsville, Sylvania, DeSoto State Park, Valley Head, Mentone, Emmonsville, Little River Canyon National Park, and Pine Ridge. Kilo Delta 4, Victor Delta Radio. Sir, I have you checked in. This is Kilo Echo 4, Sierra X-Ray Delta, Sean, North Fort Payne,
Several large wings in Oakland. Also, here, towers out around the area.
This is November 4, Juliet Sierra Uniform, Info JSU at Station Kilo Bravo 4, Echo Mike Alpha, Kilo Bravo 4, Echo Mike Alpha, DeKalb County EOC monitoring. This is Whiskey 4, Sierra Mike Charlie. Sean, Lookout Mountain, Fort Payne. No traffic. Thank you. I have W4SMC, Mr. Sean. I have KP4EMA with N4JSU at the radio. For checking in. Thank you, sir. And I had another Sean, KE4, and I know I messed this up. I have KE4SX, but I'm sure there was another letter there. Can you give me a call one more time, sir? There is Kilo Echo 4, Sierra X-Ray Delta, Sean, North Fort Payne. Sir, I have that corrected. KE4SXD. Roger, roger. Is Whiskey 4 Lima Japan Hotel with the DeKalb County Severe Weather Net, looking for any reports of significant personal observations of severe weather, including tornadoes, funnel clouds, wall clouds, heat size, hail or larger, rainfall rates in excess of 1 inch per hour, wind speeds in excess of 50 miles an hour, any structural damage, and of course any injuries. Sightings of tornadoes or funnel clouds are reported. Other stations are requested to hold reports of less threatening action for a break in the action. Any reports will be relayed to the National Weather Service and or local government agencies as appropriate. This Whiskey 4 Lima Japan Hotel, standing by for any reports.
Hopefully, it's not on the alert. Just got that line clear from the road. We'll just continue on down 119 and see if there's any other blockages. We'll advise you one more thing later. Starting on that 10-8 roadway, please. Still on the waterfront guard. On 571 Holly Short Road, 571 Holly Short Road. There reports of a tree down power line in the middle of the roadway. Road blockage.
Stations in Cincinnati be aware that the National Weather Service in Huntsville has canceled the tornado warning at this time. The storm which produces the warning has weakened and is no longer appearing capable of producing a tornado at this time. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds are still possible with this thunderstorm. Tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. for northeastern Alabama. also, when appropriate, provide reports only when it is safe to do so. That being said, we are still looking for any reports of personal observations of tornadoes, funnel clouds, wall clouds, pea-sized hail or larger, rainfall rates in excess of 1 inch per hour, any wind speeds in excess of 50 miles an hour, any structural damage, and of course any injuries. This is Whiskey 4 Lima Japan Hotel, standing by for any reports. Station, try one more time. You're in scratch. Somebody else pick that up. I think it said KI4, KI. Do us one more time phonetically there. Kilo India Romeo 4 Kilo Romeo X-ray. Got Kilo India 4 Kilo Romeo X-ray. Is that correct? 4 CTK, go ahead.
I think that's Kilo India 4 Kilo Romeo Echo. I think that's James at So State Park. KI4 KRE W4CTK.
You there for the relay, sir? James, is that correct? Kilo India 4 Kilo Romeo Echo. That is correct. Thank you, sir. Thank you for bearing with us, and thank you there for the relay. Have you checked in, sir? Thank you.
Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about that. But I'm now drenched. So sorry about that. Let's get back to it. I'm thinking we had 30 mile per hour wind, so thank goodness that's all it was. Tornado warning canceled. Thankfully, severe thunderstorm warning still in effect.
Watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time for North Central and Northeastern Alabama.
And we do have a
Severe thunderstorm.
net activated. Okay. I've got to change something real quick.
National Weather Service in Huntsville has continued a severe thunderstorm warning for DeKalb County until 3 a.m. Severe thunderstorms located near a line extending from Ider to Fife near Abertville, moving east at 20 miles an hour as of 2:27.
So I do see some hail near Pine Ridge at this point.
Expected damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted Fife, Fort Payne, High Point, Ider, Little River Canyon National Park, Skirham, Pine Ridge, Painter, Rainsville, and Joppa.
So I really got some heavy rainfall coming down. Oh, you know how mothers are. I'm sure everybody does. I told her, I said, I don't know why I'm taking shelter for some wind, but, I guess it was a tornado thing. If I was ever in a mobile home in a tornado, I'd probably have a different output or opinion on it like they were. They was actually in a tornado at 93 in a mobile home, so they're a little bit skittish, understandably. So I'm seeing some broad rotation with this little cell here near Pine Ridge. It's moving off to the east near Fort Payne. Again, that is broad. Not very intense at all. Yeah, some very broad stuff. I'll watch it. It is going toward, of course, that cell is going toward Fort Payne. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm going to have to go give him some help. All right, guys, bear with me. My mom was actually fell out in the storm.
Male fell, hit his head, does have some bleeding, but is not responding completely normal.
This is Whiskey 4 Lima China Hotel with the DeKalb County Severe Weather Net. Still standing by for any reports of severe weather, any significant events especially, including personal observations, tornadoes, funnel clouds, wall clouds, pea-sized hail or larger, rainfall rates in excess of 1 inch per hour, wind speeds in excess of 50 miles an hour, structural damage or injuries. We are standing by here. If anybody has anything, please call for net control or W4LJH. Some people might be interested to know that it sounds like the rain has finally made it to Blake. So it just now has sounded like it's finally dropped out the bottom.
All right, guys, sorry. Mama fell out in the storm and got hurt. I am soaked, but I'm going to try to keep tracking. Say a prayer for her because I think she hurt her leg pretty bad. I don't think she broke it, but she probably fractured it. All right, so we're almost through all this. Yeah, she was wearing sandals and she slipped outside, coming out of the shelter. All right, so we're almost through with this mess, thankfully. Got some really heavy rain coming through. Other than that, though, maybe some flash flooding and stuff. Severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for DeKalb County. I got to go, check on her here shortly. Okay. Again, I'm going to offer this, and again, just to let, hang on, is the picture froze? Could be. Is the picture froze on anyone's? Okay. Never mind, it looks like it is froze. It's not just you. So heavy stuff now going on top of Fort Payne. Some very high winds, heavy rain. Okay, let me make sure it's back in motion again. All right, we're back in motion again. All right, is it back in motion for y'all? I know it froze for just a minute. Yeah, Powell, you're good. Everything's moving to the east. Tornado warning canceled for those asking. If you would like, again, to support us, I'll give this. This is and PayPal. There's my Cash App, because I don't send stars because you'll just lose your money. I won't be able to get them, so just don't send stars. That's my only way to get it. Cash App and PayPal. Let's continue tracking. Looking through the comments. All right, Goose Pond Weather Watchers, thanks so much. I appreciate you guys. I know everybody, you're ready to go to bed. I understand. I am too. Yes, the tornado warning did cancel for Fort Payne. Did anyone happen to hear, by chance, if the W4DGH, if those guys was calling out of the net? Did anyone happen to hear any of that? If they did, if not, I'm going to have to check out, or they'll be sending people out to try to find me. All right, so I can give you a heads up. We're almost through with everything. Marshall County, you still got that warning in effect, but it looks more like heavy rainfall and some gusty winds than anything. I'm going to look way on back to the west just to make sure there's nothing else coming in, but I believe this is it. And there is a ton of rain with this thing too. This is going to be it. So what we're getting now looks like that's going to be it. So looking at that again. All right. All right, so far I'm not hearing of a lot of damage with any of this, thankfully. Heaviest part of the storm is now right on top of Fort Payne, kind of going toward kind of to the east-southeast. But yeah, we're down to 60 degrees. Temperature really dropped. All right, so once this line gets out of DeKalb County, we should be pretty much done, but I'm going to double check and make sure that there's nothing coming in behind it. And I hope I don't have to take Mama to the hospital here because she got hurt pretty bad. And bad part is it's her bad leg that she fell on. Okay, so Jackson County trees and power lines have been reported down. Okay, I did, get that report direct. Okay, so yes, this is the end of it. Tornado watch remains in effect for Coleman, Morgan, Madison, Jackson, Marshall, and DeKalb County until 3 a.m. So this is going to be it, guys. Once we get this stuff out of here, I can go ahead and call all clear. So I'll go ahead and start clearing areas. Behind this, we're still watching some stuff off to the west. It's still moving through, but we'll continue to watch it and pay attention. But that tornado watch is in effect until 3 a.m. For DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall. But the warnings are slowly canceling.
Just want to let every station that's frequency know that the National Weather Service is going to expire the severe thunderstorm warning for the northern end of DeKalb County.
Okay.
Or at least that's the way it reads. Northeastern DeKalb County expiring.
All right, so the warning will be canceling northeast portion of DeKalb.
The warning has moved out of the area, therefore they're going to let it expire. Tornado watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. for northeastern Alabama. W4LJH Net Control standing by for any reports of severe weather. Additional units at Holiday Shores. There are numerous residences with trees down on top. We're also going to need a member of the water company for a water leak.
Okay, so we're getting reports of a lot of trees down in Marshall County.
Cleared up from unrelated call. We'll get them to come assist as well on holiday.
So getting reports of a lot of tree damage in Marshall County. I was not able to.
The water leak is going to be 67 Holiday Shores Road, P67 Holiday Shores Road.
One of the fire departments has requested extra assistance due to that. Said numerous residences with trees down. Charlander Circle, somewhere in Marshall County. Numerous trees down. All right, so we've got reports of damage in Marshall County as these storms roll through, and also Jackson County. Thankfully, so far, no reports out of DeKalb. So these storms did do some damage out there across the area. And looks like everything's moved through Valley Head, Hammondville. Still watching this area near Fort Payne. Oh, Lordy. I'm just kind of worried about my mom. I'm not trying to hurry up, but, I am a little bit concerned. Considering she's hurt that leg before. Okay, that radar's behind. Okay, so it looks like this radar here is behind. Let me update again. Okay, it's just updated. All right, next in line will be the Pumpkin Center there, Adamsburg, Lick Skillet, Mount Vernon, Powell. There's another Powell. Huh. Didn't know that. Down in the far south. Yeah, eastern, actually to the northeast of Collinsville. And we do, of course, this line approaching Collinsville right now. Pumpkin Center. Never even knew that existed. And then Little River Canyon National Preserve next. All right, guys, I'm going to step back just for a minute, see how she's doing, and I'll be right back.
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra X-ray Delta Sean, with a brief report. Sean, this is W4LJH.
Okay. All right, so now still tracking this stuff. Pretty heavy stuff now coming toward Collinsville. Multiple trees down on a residence. Hearing that out of Marshall County. All right, let me go ahead and check out before I forget.
Don checking out KD4SXD. Right, yes, sir. Got you checked out. Thanks for checking out, sir. Thank you, KD4SXD, please.
All right, I'm going to.
Control Whiskey 4, Sierra Mike Charlie. Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead and check me out, sir. Appreciate you controlling that. I have you checked out. Thanks for checking in with us, sir.
Net control. This is Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Uniform November. Can you check me out, please?
So I have you checked out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. KO4FUN.
Net control, this is KM4GJS. Please check me out, sir.
Radar Omega is awesome. I like it.
I have you checked out, sir. Thank you for checking in with us.
All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead, wrap things up. I hate to leave anybody or out. I'm gonna go ahead and check one more thing though before I do. Just want to make sure nothing's happening before I wrap it up and then something go crazy. Yeah, the reason I'm worried about Mom is she's had back surgery before and her back's not good. All right, so Collinsville, some high winds, potentially damaging. Looks like this thing is along Highway 11 going toward Collinsville. It goes all the way up toward, looks like Fort Payne. I don't know what in the world's going on with that, but we are getting reports of some flash flooding too, per Sheriff's Department. So keep that in mind. Didn't get a location, but they did say there's a lot of water on the road. So we're getting reports of some flooding out there per PD. So be careful if you are out driving. Rainfall will, of course, continue for, a good while longer behind this stuff. There's still, a good bit of rainfall.
Watch for DeKalb County, Jackson County, and Marshall County until 5 a.m. this morning, including the cities of Aberville, Arab.
They just extended the tornado watch till 5 a.m. Evidently, they see something I don't. And I believe it's going to be due to that mess right there. Okay. So bad news, everybody. Tornado watch just extended by the National Weather Service, Huntsville until 5 a.m. for DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall counties. Right when you think it's over with. Yeah, they just extended the tornado watch till 5 a.m. for us. Oh, Lordy, I hope it just all gets out of here. It's going to be due to that stuff to the west. Remember me saying earlier there was a possibility that this could happen, that the leading line ahead could advance, and then us having another round come through. I was hoping that wasn't the case, but it looks like that's what they're thinking. This back line right here is moving to the northeast. It's moving a lot slower, and I also said that would give us a better flooding threat and also severe thunderstorms possible too. So they have extended the tornado watch till 5 a.m. For DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall counties. So I am glad I kind of hung on a little bit longer.
10-4, 13, we don't have an ETA on power at this time. We also do have breeze around your location as well. Try to get you an ETA here, but.
All right, so once this watch or warnings cancel, I will keep an eye on things, but I'm going to take a quick break. Unless we just have warnings, go crazy again.
Cancel that phone call. Joe Wheeler just pulled it.
Everything's still off that area.
Thank you, ma'am.
So yeah, again, for those that may not know, tornado watch was extended to include DeKalb, Jackson, and Marshall until 5 o'clock. And that's going to be due to the storms to the west, and looks like it's froze again. Okay, it should be back up. Yeah, the shelters in DeKalb County were opened as soon as the tornado watch went up. Yes, DeKalb CWX is my cash app. Mike, I appreciate it. As much as I want to tell you, everybody, yeah, y'all just go to bed, it's over with. Unfortunately, the scenario I was hoping would not happen is going to happen, it looks like. Therefore, Huntsville went ahead and extended the tornado watch until 5 o'clock this morning. So it's not over with yet. I know we had like 1,000-something people, and they all left, and hopefully they don't think it's safe to go to bed. That's why I was kind of skeptical about saying, oh, well, we're all clear. That's the reason. Oh, man, it's going to be a busy morning. I'm glad. I know I've heard of some damage in Marshall County. Forgive those dogs. They're kind of freaking out. If the wind blows, they freak out.
There they are. Yes, sir. Please check me out. And thanks for calling the net. Thank you, sir, for checking out. I got you checked out.
So we're at 59 degrees right now. So, I mean, it's really too cool outside for anything else to become severe. So I may have to shut the door. But we're at 59 degrees. It's very cool out compared to what it was. My personal opinion, I think we're going to be dealing with more flooding. But when you see a front like this, unfortunately, around Florence, you guys are going to be getting flooded out. This low pressure is stalled out right over you. And looks like the whole system has stalled. Yes, this system has stalled. So you could be dealing with some big-time flooding if you're in Florence. And as this thing progresses to the southeast.
I would like to check out.
So this thing's going to bring a lot of heavy rain, flooding.
Thank you, Wilma. I have you checked out.
As I mentioned.
RFT secured for the evening. W4LJ in control.
But yes, there's going to be a ton of rainfall. If you're in Cherokee, that's in northwest Alabama, Florence, Tuscumbia, there's going to be a ton of rain because this system's literally stalled out. That's what you see here. I know a lot of people say, how do you know it's stalled out? Well, you see this blue and the red together, and that actually has a meaning to it. That means the system is stationary. So there's a stationary low pressure sitting right to the north of Cherokee and northwest of Florence. Could be a lot of rainfall there, like a lot of flooding. So if you're in Florence, Cherokee, Tuscumbia, y'all watch out. Flash flood warnings already going up for those areas. Already getting reports of flooding there, and that may extend further east considering the way the system is doing currently. And, you know, that's just the unfortunate part about it. So we're going to keep on watching it. The warning, okay, has been lifted for DeKalb County, Marshall, and Jackson. Severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect is no longer in effect. And honestly, with it being 59 degrees, I don't see these storms being able to refire. However, this has been an odd system here. So, I mean, there is still the possibility of some more warnings.
Hotel with the DeKalb County Severe Weather Net. The update from the National Weather Service. National Weather Service and Huntsville are going to allow the severe thunderstorm warning for DeKalb County to expire at 3 a.m. this morning. The storm which prompted the warning is moving out of the area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. Tornado watch remains in effect until 5 a.m. for north central and northeastern Alabama. And with that said, we'll leave the net up for a little bit longer. If anybody has any reports, they're welcome to call. I'll be monitoring for probably at least the next 10-15 minutes here until we make sure we're clear here for the moment. If anybody is checked in and would like to check out, please call now.
All right, guys, so remain weather aware. We're going to take a quick break. I am still watching some storms that's moving in our general direction to the northeast. While it has cooled off dramatically behind the rainfall, and I personally don't think we would have to worry about much more other than damaging winds, Huntsville seems to think the opposite. So, I'm going to go with that and just say that I'm going to take a break and stay weather aware. When that watch is canceled, of course, I'll let everybody know. But for now, I'm going to step back and go check on Mama there, see if she's all right. So thanks again, everybody. God bless. Stay weather aware. It's not over with just yet, as I was hoping it would be. And there goes my stream down again. All right. Anyway, again, there's my Cash App. If you'd like to send a donation, I'd appreciate it. We got PayPal as well, so don't send stars because they're not going to get to me. So we're going to get ready to wrap it up here, of course, with our sponsor. That's Mr. Dylan Snyder at Alabama Living Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, you can give him a call at 256-979-4330. And also RKG Automotive Group, you can give them a call at 256-323-7323. And also check all of them out on Facebook. Greatly would appreciate it. Or just run over there and say, hey, thanks for sponsoring the DeKalb County Severe Weather Team, because they do help us keep everything going. So we do really appreciate them. All right, everybody, God bless. We're going to keep you updated and make sure you stay weather aware as well in case there's more warnings issued. So take care. God bless. We'll see you soon, I imagine. If not, then we'll see you next time and on the next update. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.